So I posted, no, I didn't post. I recorded 3 separate videos in order to make one video, but it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. So I decided to come into my room, which I never record in here, and record a video. The lighting isn't as good, but it's gonna have to make do. Excuse the music in the background. My mom is walking around the house, is exercising or something like that. And also excuse like the conversations that she might be having and the scene that she might be doing, but it is what it is. It sucks that I have to record this again, but I mean, what the heck. Today I wanted to talk about mental health, excuse me, and I wanted to make this like a mental health Monday. And I wanted to address my own personal, mental health. I feel like it needs to be a daily conversation amongst individuals, whether it's your friends, your family, your parents, co-workers, whatever the case might be. But I feel comfortable more so talking out loud when no one's in the room and talking directly to a camera. Because, I mean, I haven't vlogged or blogged in such a long time. I think the last time was in January. I believe it was in January. I don't know. Maybe that's the last time that I wrote a post. But anyway, I haven't vlogged in so long. I haven't posted in so long. I was so excited to, record videos, post videos, get feedback, have conversations, and all that kind of stuff. But I've been busy doing other things. I've been distracted doing other things. And so I figured that today, because of where my mind state is, and excuse the walking around, but where my mind is at now, I felt like this was the perfect time to do so. A little bit of, I guess, an update or something like that. So if you've watched my past videos, you know that I was in full-time work. I was waiting and praying that God would allow something to come through for me. And in April, I got the opportunity and I was hired to work for the Department of Labor. And I worked for the Department of Labor for a little under 3 months. So maybe 6 days before my 90 days hit, I was terminated. Not because I did anything wrong, but because I didn't meet the quota. The contract had fell through and they had to they had to make a choice and they got rid of the new person. So that's an update on my employment status. And then of course life in itself is just life. I won't necessarily get into too much detail about that. But, I'm in a relationship and that's, has its ups and downs, and sometimes it seems as though it has more downs than ups. So that's a bit of my personal life. And just trying to navigate my way through this difficult time of my young adult life. I decided to speak on mental health because I felt like I said, it needs to be a part of daily conversation. I feel like it's not something that we commonly talk about. I kind of feel like people suffer and they deal with their problems on their own because of, I guess, the perception of mental health. And mental health, I feel like, doesn't necessarily need to be so severe. It could just be the thoughts that you have throughout the day or different moments in your life. And I've been going through what I feel is quite a lot in these last few months, especially now that I lost my job. Imagine going from waiting for something to come around for you for 10 months and then you get it and you're so excited. I cried when I got that job. I was so excited. I was so thankful that God blessed me with the opportunity. He saw that I was waiting. He saw that I was being patient, and He allowed me to have the opportunity to work. And so I did so, and then it fell through. So, I feel like God had pushed me some steps forward, and then when I lost my job, I felt like I got yanked back like 10 steps. And I felt like I did my best. I was, putting myself out there, professionally, and I was making relationships and making and developing relationships with different organizations, different people, different businesses, and I thought I was doing well. And I'm not saying that I wasn't, because I think that I still did well. It's just circumstances had it where I lost my job. So it's just now I feel like I'm right back to where I was. And I feel like I don't have as much hope as I did before. And that's just me being honest. During my whole period of not working for those 10 months, I remember I was posting on Facebook. I was, of course, posting my blogs. And a lot of the things that I was posting, other people were reading it and getting something from it, but it was more so for me, so that I could write out something and then I could read it and then I could motivate myself, because I'm all about self-encouragement. I feel like, and I know that not everybody's always going to have encouraging words for you, or you're not always going to hear those words of encouragement from other people, so you have to encourage yourself. You know, you have to speak to yourself, you have to speak life into yourself daily. And so that's where I'm at right now. But it's hard. So many times people told me, you're such an inspiration. Where do you get all this faith? Or your faith is so inspiring, and you're motivating, and you know, all these nice things. And it was nice to see that people actually watched me. But then the hard part about that is that people are watching and they see that. So then you're expected in your own mind to be this strong person, and being strong is hard. It's hard. I remember my friend had posted something saying check on your strong friends, and I feel like I'm one of those strong friends. My friends check on me, but I'm not always honest. You know, people ask me all the time, how you doing? I'm fine. How's the job search going? It's great. But what I don't say is that I've gotten emails back stating that either I didn't qualify or they pushed forward with someone else, and constantly feeling like I'm being like kind of pushed to the side a little bit. But that's just me being honest. A lot of people don't necessarily know what I go through mentally on a regular basis. So it's just different. It's difficult. It's a different space. I feel like I cry a lot now. I was talking to my mom this morning, and she had told me that I was depressed. And I told her I was trying not to be, but she told me that I wasn't. So it's kind of hard to hear that. That's her right there. Excuse the noise. But it's just hard to claim depression or feeling like you're depressed. Never want to be in this space again, because I've experienced it before. And it's not fun. It's not healthy. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a part of life. So now it's just me trying to navigate my way through it. Now that I can put a name to exactly what it is, it's now I have to navigate my way through it, and that's not always the easiest part. So oftentimes people will say, keep your head up. And to me, it's just like, no. Sometimes I just want to put my head down and get myself together. And sometimes I'm not okay. I'll make it seem like I'm okay. Sometimes I'm not. And so I know for a fact I need to start being more honest with myself, so that I can be honest with other people, so that when people extend the want to help me, I can take it. So this is just me kind of like sharing my truth and me being honest, because I think it's just so important to get it out there in some way, shape, or form. Some people write, some people post, some people talk to their friends or they talk to their family. This is just easy for me right now, and so this is kind of the update on me. This is my truth and my honesty, because I make it look so good on the outside. I can make it seem like I have all the strength in the world, but sometimes I just feel so weak. I feel terribly weak. And this is one of the moments where I feel like, God, how far are you going to stretch me? And how strong do you really think that I am? Because I don't feel strong right now. How much do you really think I can carry? And why are you making me carry? I ask all the necessary questions just like anybody else. Excuse me. And so that's kind of just where I'm at right now. I know that this won't last for a long time, and I always pray over myself, and I'm trying to pray this off of me because I don't want it. But this is a part of my life right now, is the depressive state of like, oh my gosh, win. And it's always the win. And all I want to do is win. And I know God he hears me and he sees me, and he's going to take care of me like he did in the past. But now, my finances aren't what they were when I first quit my job teaching. So I have to think about that. And then, all the other things that come my way as far as life is concerned. It's just I can't control my emotions right now. And so part of me is just trying to grab a hold of that so that I can just get myself together, so that I can be what everybody thinks I am and what I know I am. But it's just difficult and it's hard. So, and I don't want, it's easy to tell people, like in my past videos, I was telling people to have faith and be encouraged and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes you have to tell people how to do it. And enough to just tell them to do it, but you gotta tell them how. So if someone says, well, how do you keep your faith? How are you, continue to just push forward? And right now, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get my mind right and speaking daily affirmations to myself. Like I heard God speak to me for the first time, not through someone, but to me. And he told me that I was fearfully and wonderfully made. And what I took from that was that I'm not what I think I am. Or I'm not what the enemy will make me feel like I am. And I'm stronger. Sorry. On social media, we make things look so easy. And we look like we're living our best life. And for some of us, we are. We're living in our best moments. But it's time to start being honest about our lives. And I feel like if everybody was just to sit down with some people and just to be honest, I feel like cry your eyes out. And then let's just figure out how to get through things together, And remember to take care of yourself. In order to take care of other people, you have to first take care of yourself. And it's okay to ask for help, and that's what I'm learning for me. So this video is also for me. Learning that it's okay to ask for help. Learning that, you're going to have failures and you're not going to succeed at everything. And everything isn't going to last as long as you think it is. Just being okay with admitting to yourself that you do struggle, and just continue to strive to be the person that you should be, that you can be. Not something that anybody else wants you to be, but being the best of you. Because you can't get away from yourself. It doesn't matter where you go, who you involve yourself with, you can't get away from yourself. So because you can't get away from yourself, learn yourself, know yourself, understand yourself, be honest with yourself, and love yourself. It's too important. It's so important. So let's make this a thing. Let's make this a conversation. Let's make this a conversation. Mental Health Mondays, Motivating Mondays, inspire someone else. Pray for each other. Let's pray for each other that, we can just we're all living this life. No one's better than the other. No circumstance is greater than the other. Everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through something. So let's get our mental right. Let's admit when our mental is not right. And let's just let me continue to just make myself a better person. Because in order for this to change, this has to change. So I'm glad that I finally decided to post a video. Or record a video and post a video, because I missed it. And this is therapeutic for me because I understand myself more than anybody else will. And I have to speak things out loud in order for me to truly understand. And so my room is cluttered, so you won't see that. But a cluttered room, cluttered mind, a cluttered life is just not a business for me. So once I finish recording this, I'm going to start cleaning up my room. And I'm going to start being even more transparent than I ever thought that I was. So I'm glad to be back. I I know some people have asked me why I haven't posted, and they tell me that I should post. And so let this be that. It's been months. I look different. I can't wait. Oh God. I can't wait. But I mean, whatever. It's part of life, right? So I'm glad that you guys are tuning in. I'm not a subscribe, like, share person, but if you do, thank you. I love you guys, and let's just continue to be better humans to one another, and even better humans to ourselves. Be better to yourself, and let's just get our mind right, get our souls right, and just pray that God just continues to work through us and work in us. So, sorry for all the noise again, but it is what it is. So have a happy Monday and enjoy the remainder of your weekend. I'll see you next Monday, or maybe sometime this week. Have a good one. That was so corny. Have a good one, like this is a show. Whatever. I might be going through something, but I'm still my goofy self that still hasn't learned how to do all this transition smoothly. So I'm gonna even act like I'm not even pushing a button. Where is it at? Oh my God, where is it at? Found it. Bye.